Well, run us through expectations as you see it for the trading day ahead.
Thank you very much, Alishia, for having me. Looking at the performance of our market, looking at it from the beginning of the week, we discovered that the bearish trend has persisted for the past 4 days, and gradually we can actually track improvement because yes, the market is still going down, but at a reducing rate. And looking at what happened yesterday, yes, the index dropped by 0.25%. We are expecting an improvement today, and as I've said, at today's trading session, we actually we are expecting the market to do better than what we had yesterday, because the bearish trend is gradually improving. Yeah.
Well, where some of the limited activity is coming to the fore, it's being witnessed in the banking space, but it's been pretty mixed performances that we have seen come to the surface here. How are you viewing the banking space right now?
Yeah, looking at the banking sector, yes, that's still, I would say, is the most active sector in the market. And with what we saw yesterday, some of the banks actually closing in the positive. The likes of First Bank, GT Bank, closing in the positive, and more so, looking at their valuation right now, First Bank trading sub 14. UBA trading sub 12, they all look very good and look attractive. And looking at these prices, I want to believe, yes, a couple of investors will be looking at these stocks right now and, probably making investment from today.
Well, I came across an article this morning highlighting that contrary to the popular belief that the banking industry is dominated by the big four, that being First Bank, GT Bank, UBA and Zenith Bank as well, market sentiments, particularly in the post-sector reform era now, seems to favor the tier 2 banks in particular. Has this been an emerging trend that you've seen start to come to the fore?
Yes, but that assertion is relatively correct, because if you look at the top 2 bank, it's the profit margin that is available for an investor is quite interesting, and I want to believe, yes, couple of investors are actually looking at the likes of FCMB, looking at Diamond, and even if you track performance of these banks, year to date, of course, they have not done badly. And even looking at the bearish trend that we experienced in the market in the past 4 days, some of these banks has actually been a little bit, relatively stable. So I want to believe, looking at all these, parameters, yes, they stand a very good chance.
Well, certainly when it comes to these banking players and investor sentiment towards them, a lot of it will be directed by the formation of that asset management company, because it will, to a large extent, start easing some of the credit lines to the economy. With that being the case, I've seen a headline making news today that Nigeria still ranks low in terms of global competitiveness. Just how does the country rank in your books from a broad perspective, where we've got things like access to credit lines a big stumbling block right now?
Yes, correct. Yeah. Looking at the business environment in Nigeria, I would say things are not actually very, very rosy. You agree with me that a good number of businesses in Nigeria are actually in the informal sector, and access to credit, yes, has been very, very difficult. Not majorly because banks are not probably ready to give loans, but coupled with the fact that some of these businesses are, not actually put together, in going by the best practice in the business world. So it's it's relatively difficult for some of them to access credit because of good. Take a look at it. I mean, a business that does not have a good accounting policy. It will be very difficult for them to access bank credit. And then also registering a business in Nigeria is not. I mean, it's not very good. It's it has its own problems. So all these things put together, I want to believe, affected the rating that you're talking about.